Well, hello scrappers, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. I think it's time for an update on my silver cell over here. On the whole, I'm pretty pleased with how it's working. Look at all the silver I've got in there. It's about time for a clean out. I think once I get through this anode bar, or maybe even before, I'll do a clean out and recover all that luscious shiny silver in there. But I thought I'd give you an update on the cell after running it for a better part of a week now, and let you know what's going on and what changes I've made. First change is I run at about 1.5 amps now. I was talking about more current initially on to make the process faster. Well, I found that if I run too much current through it, strange things happen after a while. And even at 1.5 amps, sooner or later, the strangeness is going to begin anyway. Let me see if I can zoom in. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try a little more light on the subject, maybe. There is some powdered silver in the arm of the anode bottle there. Why that forms there, I don't know. I think we're getting what I'm calling a virtual cathode on the inside of the filter, and some silver plates out on the inside of the filter. And if I run the current level too high, we'll get a bridge of silver that goes from the filter all the way back into the anode slimes in the bottle. And then when that happens, the cell just goes wonky real quick. I think what happens is the liquid starts acidifying out here. We get strange spiky crystals forming on the filter. There's a lot of bubbling. Somehow I think the liquid starts getting a little bit acidified because the silver starts bubbling down here. So when that happens, the only choice I have is to clean out the anode bottle and restart fresh, and then that works. And I've had to do that, twice now? And I found that running at the lower current, I'm using the constant current setting on the power supply over here, at least delays the problem from forming. We've been probably over 24 hours now working on this anode bar, and the problem has not cropped up, but there is silver forming in that side arm of the bottle down there, and the slimes are building up. And when the time comes that those come in contact with each other, I think the cell's going to start behaving strangely again, and I'll have to clean out the bottle. Next time it happens, though, I'm just going to clean out the whole cell, harvest the crystal and everything, recover the silver from the electrolyte and make some fresh electrolyte, and then start over again. So that's my plan. It does behave a little bit strangely if you really push the current through it. But then we've got a voltage issue too. Like I said, I'm running at a constant current of 1.5 amps, but the voltage is all over the map. And I will walk away from this and come back a couple of times and show you what I mean. The voltage is all over the place, high to low, and I don't quite understand that. This voltage is all over the map. It goes way up into the 30s, it goes way down into the single digits. It is all over the place. And I don't quite understand why the resistance of the cell varies so much. It's, I don't know, it's kind of odd to me. I would think it would be more consistent in the way it operates, but no, it is all over the map. In fact, if we let this sit for a while, I bet if I come back by here, the voltage will have crashed down a lot lower. So we'll just sit and wait, and I'll see if I can get a video of that. And here we are running at 4.6 volts at 1.5 amps. And nothing else has changed. Absolutely nothing else has changed. It's up and down. It's all over the place. I don't quite understand what's causing the resistance of the cell to go up and down the way it does. Some people might say having it on the same platform as the vibration from my rock tumblers might be causing it. Well, it did the same thing when it was over on my workbench and there was no vibration. I just moved it over here to get it more out of the weather. So I don't know what's going on with it. Up and down, all over the place. The only thing I can think of is it might have something to do with how much silver, how much slime there is on the outside of the silver anode bar. I don't know. That's possible. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less, maybe. And that's impeding the current flow, causing resistance changes. Quite possible. So I have moved beyond having a tea towel over the top of it to keep the dust and debris out of it, but it's a little bit makeshift. I'll give you a close-up look at it here and explain it. But this is temporary. I have plans to make like a big wooden disc to cover the whole surface. It'll have a bigger hole over here that I can get over the anode bottle and a narrower slot that the anode bottle won't drop through. I'll still use this little bail latch right here, and I will have a hinge flap on it that I can move up so I can put liquid in. So that's the plans for the future. I just got to find the time to build it. Right now, the cardboard and duct tape is working pretty good. So aside from some of these oddball issues, I do really like the silver cell. I like making time-lapse videos of the silver growing, which is what I'm doing right now with the GoPro. So I really enjoy that. And it is working. I'll give it that. It's got some strange behavior, but it is working. And we are getting some nice, reasonably pure, I'm sure, silver crystals down there. So my plan is, once I harvest this crystal out of here, I'll recover the silver from the electrolyte, and we'll make some new electrolyte, some fresh electrolyte, using the crystal that's in the cell here. And then we'll keep running the cell, and eventually I'm going to run all the stuff through it twice at least and get it really, really pure before I pour new bars, because most of this silver is for my friend Johnny. So I want to make sure I pour him some really nice, good looking bars out of nice pure silver. So that's where I'm going with this. I think running a silver cell is going to be a long-term project for me. Look at the voltage is back down to 4.5. It's been all over the place. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the silver cell is operating. If you guys out there are going to build one like this, I just wanted to make this little update video to tell you what you might be in for if you're running one of these things. Because the behavior is a little bit strange, but it does work. And like I said, I am pretty happy with it. So if you guys are happy with this update on my glass see-through silver cell and how it's working, give this video a like, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to see more videos on the silver cell and everything else I do. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching this one. Bye.